5:43 is the time right now. We're taking you beyond the studio this morning to Gig Harbor, where Cam Johnson and Joyce Taylor are live this morning. Good morning.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning and welcome back. Right now we're looking live at Scansey Brothers Park in the beautiful Fisherman's Memorial, which you will see as you cruise through town on Harborview Avenue. You can't miss it, just gorgeous. Great to be here this morning in Gig Harbor.
It's so great, and the surroundings are amazing. You will learn so much about Gig Harbor by taking a walking tour with Harbor Wild Watch. And that's what our own King 5's Jordan Wilkerson did. She actually lives in this area, but
She loves it here.
she got to spend a day being a tourist in her own town.
Hey everyone, I'm in downtown Gig Harbor getting ready for a waterfront walking tour, and I've got some tour guides here, Leanne O'Neill and Rachel Easton. Leanne, tell me about what we can expect today on the tour.
Jordan, we're really glad to have you here. We're going to start here at the Harbor History Museum, learn a little bit about our local history, and then we'll move through the downtown waterfront and learn a lot about the industries and the people that shaped our community. So let's go.
All right, let's do it. I'm excited.
Captain Wilkes came here in the 1840s, and they named Gig Harbor after the little boat, captain's boat that came into the harbor.
This is the middle of Austin Estuary Park, and though it doesn't look very park-like, it's a park that's designed to kind of transfer things back to the way things were. So rather than having manicured lawns and play equipment, it is natural here. It's high tide right now, and that offers us a unique opportunity because a lot of the birds will come in on the high tide. This spot is one of the reasons why the natives would settle in this area. The Puyallup tribe members that were here could really take advantage of this estuary habitat. As the tide goes out, the water actually vacates this whole area, and there's quite a large mudflat out here. And the saying is that when the tide is out, the table is set, because you could find clams, you could find moon snails, there were many different types of mussels and oysters.
Okay, well, we are at our third stop on the tour now, Jordan. We're at Eden Boat Park.
Okay.
And this was a focal point for boat building in the early days of Gig Harbor, when the families came from Croatia.
This stop is a public spot, which most people don't really realize, and it's a great way to get out over the water and experience a little bit more of the wildlife that's here. The first thing they run into, they're stuck to for their whole life. So you stick to the dock.
Oh Lord.
And then you're stuck down, and now you got to do what barnacles do. They have to eat, but your head's glued down. So you eat with your feet if you're a barnacle. So we kick our feet up, catching plankton in the water. All right, now it's time for us to end our tour. We're here at the Heritage Distilling. We've talked about skiffs. It's time for the spirits.
All right. I guess I'll see you next time. Bye.
What a rough assignment for
Yeah.
Jordan.
Really fun tour. She ended at a really great place. We're going to learn more about Heritage Distillery later on this morning.
And right now we're going to learn a lot more about Gig Harbor. We're talking with Karen Scott, who got up early to join us. Thank you so much. She's the Director of Tourism for Gig Harbor. And of all the hard jobs in the world, I don't think that Gig Harbor Director of Tourism would make the list. It's got to be easy promoting a town like this.
Oh, we have a lot of fun, but we work so hard promoting Gig Harbor, and it's just a great place to visit. Thank you so much for coming down this morning. We love having you.
Tourism is a big moneymaker for Gig
It
Harbor,
is,
right?
it
Helps
is.
the local economy in
Absolutely.
a huge way. So
Absolutely.
how do you get the word out?
Well, we do advertising. We bring people down by doing trade shows, going up to the Seattle Boat Show. We have a wonderful boating community here that welcomes people every day. And my most favorite thing is our scenic vista of Mount Rainier, the best view of Mount Rainier in the entire
It is
Pacific
beautiful.
Northwest.
It's a little tricky
Yes.
because during the day, it's my understanding the population doubles. And
It does.
it's tricky, that balance between growth, because the locals don't want it to get too big, and the people
Right.
who love coming here, right? So how do you balance that?
Well, I'm all about visitors, and I work with our local hotels to bring people to town. They do things, they spend money, and we all benefit from that. So it's a balancing act, but we're handling it well, and we love having visitors here in Gig Harbor.
Business is booming, clearly.
How much has it changed for Gig Harbor in terms of like the number of, I mean, you don't have to give me numbers, but how many people you drew, 10 years ago? It has to have changed.
It's increased. It's increased exponentially. It has. And I consider myself an old timer. I've been here since 1983.
Wow.
And so I've seen a lot of change, but we're growing and we're managing, and we're a fabulous place to visit. So.
What do you like best about it? What's your favorite thing? Why,
You know,
why are you a local now?
Well, like you were talking about the walking tour, the walkable waterfront, it's fabulous. And among that waterfront, we have our wonderful Harbor History Museum, the Gig Harbor Boat Shop, which I know you'll be talking about later, and then we have our Scansea Visitor Center right along the waterfront. So this waterfront is so popular every morning. You'll see hundreds of people walking. That's really my favorite thing. Plus being out on a boat. That's not bad
Right.
either.
Well, that's
Yeah,
not bad.
That's not bad
Gig
either.
Harbor has done an amazing job of preserving some of the old, welcoming some
Absolutely.
of the new.
Right, right.
And
And that's
people
what's so special.
Probably don't realize that Gig Harbor in particular, relative to lots of other cities this size, has a lot of public waterfront space.
That's what we're proud of. We have
Yeah.
a new park that's being worked on right down Harborview Drive. So coming this summer, you'll see Ansitch Waterfront Park. Beautiful facility. Yeah.
Well, I was
Places
here
to store
just a few
kayaks.
days ago and the sun came out and you would have thought it was the middle of summer.
I
People
know.
were everywhere.
Karen Scott, thanks so much for being
Thank
with us
you,
this
guys.
morning. Really
Thank
appreciate it.
you.
They've been rolling out the red carpet for us, so we have a lot more ahead. So for now, we're going to throw it back to you in the studio.
All right, thank you, Cam and Joyce. We appreciate that, and we love learning about Gig Harbor because it's been very cool.
Yeah, having a lot of fun out there.